believe bosses, not companies. What happens though when a third of the new hires are leaving every year because they don't like their older bosses? Well, you work on their managers so they know how to retain the talent and safeguard the company. Great. But how do we do that? Welcome back to this weekly edition every Friday of the Japan Business Mastery Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, and best-selling author. 2 books, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. We are bringing the show to you from our studio in the High Performance Center in Akasaka, in Minato-ku here in Tokyo. This is the business center of Tokyo. Now, this is episode number 58, and we are talking about middle manager skills are critical. Before we get going, a quick word from our sponsor. If you want to be successful as a leader, do the Leadership Training for Managers course. All companies need people who can both manage and lead. Leading people screams out for real skills in communication, dealing with all different types of people, being excellent at innovation, planning, delegation, handling mistakes, doing performance reviews really well, and inspiring and motivating the team. Do the Leadership Training for Managers course now in either Japanese or English. Are you doing business with Japan? Do you really know how things work? Japan Business Mastery provides the answers. Do you have the right networks and know how to create them? Do you know how to get on the same wavelength with Japanese buyers? Do you know what being trustworthy looks like from the Japanese perspective? Japan Business Mastery is based on more than 30 years' experience in Japan and will become your go-to guide. Want to succeed in Japan? Buy Japan Business Mastery now. Welcome back. Okay, now it's time for the show. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. Middle manager skills are critical. They're looking for a place where they are highly valued, feel they are needed, and are praised for being useful to others. Professor of social psychology at Rissho University in Tokyo, Kimiaki Nishida, was quoted in the local media commenting on why young people join terrorist groups like Aum Shinrikyo or the Islamic State. I was struck by the similarities to the problems confronting middle managers in Japan dealing with millennials. Japan is facing a crisis with succession planning. This is driven by a demographic pivot where the number of young people entering the workforce will decline faster than demand for their services. The Japanese birth rate is in no danger of improving either, as family sizes stay small and couples become parents much later. McKinsey's late 1990s war for talent, ring a bell with anyone? Middle managers are often the direct reporting line for these millennials, and yet the generation gap is vast. This is the fax and PC generation sitting across grey, metal, boring desks from their app and iPhone successors. The millennials' emotional mix is about to become even more complex. Paraphrasing Professor Nishida, the young want love, not tough love. The highly valued component certainly conforms with our global research validated in Japan that feeling valued was the key emotional trigger to becoming more engaged about your work. If you feel more engaged, you are more motivated, loyal, and likely to be innovative. Crunch time. Are your middle management tuned in to these critical messages? Sounds a bit fluffy to you? Official statistics tell us that in 40% of workplaces, that is not happening sufficiently to stop millennials and in their third and fourth year of work from walking out the door to supposed greener pastures. The cost of their departure to the organisation is huge. Firms are foolish if they don't do something now about better educating their leaders, especially frontline supervisors and middle managers. Highly inconveniently, millennials are not on your timetable. Action steps. 1. Understand there is a need to prepare now for a looming war for talent. 2. Expect dealing with millennials to become more difficult as there are fewer levers really available to influence them. 3. Educate supervisors and middle managers about the need to communicate you are valued to millennials. Thank you for watching this episode, and remember to hit the subscribe button. The Japan Business Mastery Show is here to help you navigate your way around business in Japan. Subscribe on YouTube, share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Hit the little bell icon for automatic new episode notifications. Our website details are on screen now, enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. You might enjoy our weekly shows for podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesdays for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday we have the Business Tatsujin no Oshie show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday we have the Business Pro Podcasto, Fridays for the Japan Business Master Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews, wherever you get your podcasts. Also, on Mondays, we release our other TV shows, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's on YouTube. Every second Thursday, the Business Pro Television Show, Fridays for the Japan Business Master Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews. In episode number 59, we are talking about salespeople are focused on the sale. What a big mistake. Onegai itashimasu. Please join me next week to master business here, because that is what we all want, isn't it? Japan Business Mastery.